Hello, I am Sandy from Bublee Art Dolls, and in this video I'm going to explain you some things about foundation chains. You know, if you like making dolls or you want to learn how to make dolls, probably you see that several parts of our creations start with a foundation chain. So whether you have to work around the chain to make shapes like this, which in this case is a feet, or you need to close the chain in a circle and work around it like in a spiral to form tubular shapes such as legs or arms or even hands. So there are two ways of start this foundation chain, and depending on the needs of your doll, you can use one way or one method or another method of start your foundation chain. So let's see the first method and how it's useful for you. The first way, and most common probably, is to start the chain with a slip knot. So make a slip knot in the way you are used to make it, or as I am showing you here. Close it really tight, pull both ends of your yarn really tight, and this first loop or chain you have on your hook is not going to count as a part of your chain. So start counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for this example. Now take off your hook of your chain and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As you can see, we have an extra knot here at the beginning after our 10 chains. So take off your hook and then introduce it again. This is if you want to close your chain in a circle to make a hand or a wrist, for example. Introduce it again in this way, so the chain will not be twisted once you start working around it. So introduce it in the first chain. Remember, the knot is not a chain. And for this example, I'm going to make single crochets all around, which is usually what we make in the art of making dolls. Single crochets with the wrong side out. So here I have my 10 single crochets. Suppose this is the starting point of an arm, and here I have this knot out of my chain. So that knot is useful when you want like bulk like that in your doll. For example, these feet. I kept the knot in these feet, as you can see here, because that knot helps me to emulate the shape of the toenail. So I kept the knot there. Also, another place in a doll where you can keep that knot is the wrist. This arm, for example, I started from the wrist and coming along here, and then I make the hand. So since I start the arm from the wrist, this knot will be here, the initial knot of my foundation chain, and it will help me to emulate this bone, you know, the bone we have on the wrist. So there it can be useful too if you want to show those bones. If not, we have the second method. For this we start without a slip knot, so grab the yarn around your finger and make a loop like this, and pull the yarn inside of that loop. Now this chain we just made is going to count as the first chain, so count this one as a number 1 and then continue 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, as you can see here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And there you have your 10 chains. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this one counts 10. And you don't have a knot here. So insert your hook again in this way. And then in the first chain, and I'm going to work 10 single crochet on my chain, 1 single crochet in every stitch. Here you have the starting rows of an arm, for example, or a hand. And as you can see here, you don't have any knot, the line is clean. So this is useful if you don't want that knot there, if it's not useful for you or for the specific doll you are working. Here, as you can see the difference on the feet, in this one I left the knot there, and this one I didn't. The left I made it with the second method, and also here in the hands and the wrist I didn't. I used the second method. Also to make these hands, as you can see on the right, in the base of the hand, of that palm, I don't have any knot and the line is completely clean. This is important for me in this case because from this hand I am going to continue working with the wrist, so I don't want any extra bulk there. If, for example, as in the first method I told you I need that bone on the wrist, then I'm going to make the hand with the second method to don't have the knot there, and then the wrist with the first method to have the knot emulating the bone of the wrist. So in that way I can avoid to have 2 knots at the beginning of my hand and my wrist, and give a more professional and clean look to my doll. I hope this video was useful for you. If you are coming from the pattern of the teens dolls that I have, then this tutorial is part of your pattern. If you are not coming from the pattern, then if you want to make those dolls, I'm giving you the link for the pattern in the description box below this video. Be sure to read the description for any additional information and for the link to the pattern. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time.